Hi, my name is Coco with blackfilm.com, and I am here with Cynthia Bailey, a woman who wears many, many hats, most recently placing third on Celebrity Big Brother. We're here to talk about the Lifetime movie Cruel Instruction that will be airing this Saturday, March 12th. Thank you so much for joining me.
You are so welcome. Thank you for having me.
So I think a lot of times, maybe a lot of people are familiar with you, of course, through the Real Housewives franchise, but people also need to know that I am speaking to a bona fide supermodel.
Yes.
Let's just throw that in there. That's where it started.
If I hadn't left Alabama at 18 years old and pursued my modeling career, I probably never would have ended up on Housewives. Like everything led to the next thing.
To a thing, right? That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, you've walked fashion shows in Milan, Paris. I mean, that's amazing. But I do want to get into Cruel Instruction because I did watch the movie, and this movie was very, very serious and deep. And it's actually
wasn't it good?
It was very good. It's based on real events, right?
Inspired by true events. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you hear people talk about going to boarding schools, and you hear people talk about their experiences, and a lot of times people do discount those experiences. And I have to admit that some of the things that I saw were not unlike things that I've heard of before. Talk to me about your role in this movie.
Okay, well, what attracted me to this role is the fact that I am a mother. And, you know, as a mom, our first, priority is to protect our children. And in this situation, I play the role of Karen, the mom of a troubled teen. We think that we are putting, protecting our child and, putting her in a good situation. And we end up putting her in harm's way by sending her off to the school, this academy. And what surprised me was the fact that I feel like we know about this, but I just don't feel like we talk about it enough. So I was really glad to see that Lifetime is really shining a spotlight on basically institutionalized child abuse, because it happens a lot more than we really actually talk about. I definitely resonated with this movie. I just was channeling, my daughter and, my two bonus daughters, Kayla and Ashley, the whole time when I was dealing with my TV daughter, Kelcey, who is a star, by the way. The young lady that played my daughter, Kelcey, is incredible. So you will definitely see a lot more of her. And, as someone who is new or I've just really started really focusing on my acting career more. I was just so blown away by how giving the actors were and how great it was to work alongside like my actor husband, my TV husband, my Cruel Instruction husband, Viv Leacock. It was really great. I really was proud to be a part of such a great movie. And I'm a huge Lifetime fan. It's like my favorite thing for my mom and I to do is sit up and watch Lifetime all day. So the fact that my first pretty much biggest role so far in my acting career has been this movie is for Lifetime is amazing to me. I've been a fan of Lifetime for years.
I agree. And what's more challenging, really? I know you said you're focusing more on taking on more acting roles lately. Was like just going back from modeling, or just even being vulnerable and showing your life in reality TV. Is there anything here that's more challenging?
I think it helped that I'm used to production and cameras and just being myself. I played myself on the Housewives of Atlanta for 11 years. So I'm very comfortable with who I am. As a model, when I first started modeling, I was a little shy back then. This is when I was 18 years old. So I'm very comfortable. And I think as a good actress, you have to be comfortable in front of the camera and on a set. So I think that definitely helped me in terms of actually being able to break down, a script and really get into character. I will actually, outside of the classes and my acting coach, I'm going to say Noel's dad, Leon. I live with an actor, a very talented actor. We have a child with an actor for many, many years. And I remember watching him get in character for The Temptations when he played David Ruffin. And I didn't understand then the process. And what I remember is us being out in LA when he was filming The Temptations. He basically became David Ruffin. And if I referred to him as Leon, he didn't even acknowledge me, like he didn't even hear me. I'd be like, hey, Leon, can you take out the garbage? And he would just walk right past me, and I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, David, will you take out the garbage? And he did not come out of character. He dressed like him when we went places outside of him filming. He dressed in that style of clothing. And I just thought, well, this is crazy. Like, okay, you're not at work right now. You're home now. Turn it off. But that was a part of his process. And now, as an actress myself, I received those golden nuggets that I was picking up along the way that I didn't even know that I would be able to use at some point in my own acting career.
No, I think you did an excellent job. I mean, it was really good. And it actually was very realistic, because a lot of times we don't listen to children, you know?
Right. We have to listen to our children.
Yeah.
We have to listen to our children.
I always say that, like, when a child is expressing themselves, like, we have to really allow them to express themselves, and not just automatically assume that adults are always right.
Absolutely. And we have to trust our discernment and our gut as well, because, like, you know, they wouldn't let us just call when we wanted to. They were like monitoring the phone calls. And I just, you know, we didn't really go too deep into my character. But I will say, as a mom, like, I think you always get that feeling, like, when you talk to your child, like, wait, something's not right, something's wrong, something's off. And, you know, to act a lot quicker when you get that feeling, to trust your instinct and your gut, because usually if you feel like something's wrong, something probably is wrong. That mom's intuition is no joke.
And ultimately, what would you like people to get out of your role and out of this movie?
I would like, first of all, I would just like to showcase my acting ability, because this is, again, something that I'm focused on. But I would like for them to get, you know, the education of hey, this is like a real thing. Like, and I feel like this is something that we talk about, but I feel like we should be talking about it more, because I didn't realize, actually, until I did my research when I signed on to do the movie, just how serious an issue this is, you know, in the States. Like, there's so many parents that, out of protection, think that they're putting their kids in a situation that's going to help them, because they kind of sell you on, like, oh, you know, when we were sending our daughter off in the movie, like, they were like, oh, your insurance takes it, and they're giving us a pamphlet. We see horseback riding and swimming and yoga, and then we go to the place. I'm like, where's the pool? And they're like, oh, it's closed for the summer. I'm like, well, where are the horses? You know, nothing's there. And you know, you think you're protecting your kid, but you're actually putting them in harm's way. So I think that as parents, we need to be more educated about these institutions that we're sending our children to, and just, you know, making it a bigger conversation. So I'm really, you know, kudos to Lifetime for shining a spotlight on this issue.
Yeah, it's a very unique movie in that way, and in the way that they even approached it. But I mean, Lifetime, just looking at this movie and doing more research about your role and what you took part in, I didn't realize, like you said, that there's literally a troubled teen industry where they are just churning out these, you know, taking advantage of insurance, and, like you said, they're putting these children in abusive situations. There's PTSD. I mean, you know, it's a prison-like structure.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I'm just excited for people to tune in and watch it, because I think we did a really good job of just really showing how these facilities manipulate the girls in there, and almost really brainwash them, like threaten their lives. Like, one of the girls almost died in there, you know? And how, again, as parents, we have to be more assertive, just in terms of making sure we're vetting these places and making sure that, you know, our children are safe.
Absolutely. I want to say thank you once again. It was so nice to talk to you today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My name is Coco with blackfilm.com. Of course, I'm here with the Cynthia Bailey. We were here to promote Cruel Instruction. It's a Lifetime movie airing this Saturday, March 12th. And it was such a pleasure and honor to speak to you.
Oh, the pleasure is mine. And I cannot wait to talk to you about more movies and more television projects that I have coming up.
I'm gonna bug you every time you're doing a junket, because I want to talk about your acting.
Absolutely. This is the next chapter. This is the next chapter for me. I wasn't really sure when I stepped away from Housewives what it would be. And I've never felt more at home on the movie set of Cruel Instruction than I just feel like this is it. You know, I'm home. So
I love it for you. I love it for you. And I love that you, like you said, that for this to be the first role and for it to be so important, like you said, it's just so right. It's so fitting. This is such a great way to leap into this next chapter for you. So I'm just really looking forward to it. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.